So this is a sample data that was sent. What we would just want to do is to find out how do we interpret this data. I told us as first that if you have this data, we have order, we have region, the rep, items, units, item that was bought, and the units cost for each of the items. And then I remember telling us that if the total wasn't calculated or given to you, all you needed to do was you just click on the first cell and then click on equals to, then you type the units of item that was bought, click on the cell, then times the cost for the unit, okay, for the cost for the units of the items. I'm coming. So you click on the unit item, then multiply it by the unit cost. So once you click OK, it will calculate for the first cell. Then you can click on this one, and either you drag it down or double click on that, it would calculate for that. Let me just quickly do it again. Let's assume that this other columns were empty, okay. Now they didn't calculate for that, so I want to calculate it now. All I do is to just click on equals to, then I would click on the unit of the item, total unit item that was bought, then I will multiply it by the amount of each of the items, then equals to. So calculating one of these, he has already given me calculations for all orders because this Excel has been converted into what they call a table. So to convert your data into a table is very simple. You just to click at this side and then press Ctrl T, and automatically it converts your entire sheet into a table. And the reason for that is if you run a business where you keep updating the cost of your items and then the item that was sold, so what you do is that you just if you add it, you won't need to be calculating for it again. So it's the formula is already recorded on each of the cells. It will just calculate for itself. Then, so how do I know or probably draw some information or insights from this data? So what I need to do is to come here, then I will click on insert. Okay, so when I click on insert, I will see pivot table and recommended pivot table. So recommended pivot table is just going to break your information for you and then bring out some basic information about your entire data. But my focus is just to how you can do it by yourself. You click on the table. Now always look out for where it said choose where you want the pivot table report to be placed. Now if you click on existing worksheet, it will appear on this particular sheet. Okay, usually I don't advise you do it there. You might be creating some confusion, so you can just leave it on new worksheet, so it will take you to a new workplace entirely. Now having done this, I want to change the settings of this so that I will just come here and click on let me see this one. Okay, I think I'm okay with this. Okay, I've changed the format. Now I want to start looking at how do I draw insight from this data. Very simple. Once I do that, it will show me all the headlines I have and then tell me where do I want to arrange them so as to draw insight. So I'll just go to region. I'll click on region, for example. So once I click on region, you will see it has given me that there are major 3 regions that were reported on the data that I have, which is the sample data. There are just 3 regions: Central, East, and West. Now, that's okay. I've known the region. So I want to know how many rep are like another word for salespeople, okay, for each of the regions. Once I click on it, it will bring me to tell me each rep under which of the regions. For example, under Central, I have Andrew, Giles, Gardine, Cavill, Morgan, and Smith. Then for the East, I have Howard, Jones, Parent, and under West, I have Sovino and Thompson. Let me be sure I'm sharing my screen so that you see what I'm doing. Okay, I think my screen is loading. Okay, there you go. You should be able to see my screen now. All right, so I'm going back to the page. You should be able to see my screen now. So let me just go back one step so that you would see what I've just done. Maybe 2 steps. So what I did was, first I came and said, okay, my pivot table now, I've clicked on pivot table. So I just want to ensure that I have my report. I click first on region. I want to see how many regions are there. So it's showing me that I have 3 regions: Central, East, and West. The next thing I want to check is how many rep are in each of these regions. So I just check the box for rep. Then it will bring out the names of the rep under each of the region where they belong. Now, after that, I want to see what are the list of items that is involved. So I click on list of items. So these items are the items that each of these guys, each of the rep sold. Andrew, for example, sold binder and pencil. So, and Andrew is a sales rep from Central. So, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Now, the next thing I want to check is the total. So what the total sales for each of these guys. So once I have done this, my report is not yet aligning itself properly. So the next thing I want to do is to come to design, right? Immediately after analyze, you'll see the word, this is analyze here, but you click on design, okay? Then I'll come here and click to change the template or the way it looks. Maybe I want this. I'll click on this one. Then I will come to this other side where you will see brand column and brand rows, and then brand the columns as well. Now, so once you have done that, you will see that your table begins to take shape and is making sense. Now you now come to report layout, okay? You will see show compact form. No, I don't want it to be in compact form. Show compact form outline. No, I want it in a tabular form. So I click this. Once I click this, so it will tell me the region. Then it will give me the first region, which is the Central. Then under that region, it will tell me about the sales rep, and then the item each sales rep have sold, and the total profit that each of these sales rep, were able to make. So scrolling down, you will see that this report is easy for anybody to interpret, and then it's already giving me an insight of what is going on different regions that I may not be able to get to. So I know who is performing in Central. Andrew has been able to make just 438 naira. Gil has been able to make 174 naira, and Jardine has made 2,812 naira. Cavill has been able to make 3,109 naira. So you can see Cavill is the best out of all the sales rep in all the 3 regions that we have. So this makes a lot of sense. So if I want to reward the high performing salesperson in my team, it's very, very easy. So the concept behind data analytics is just basically how you can draw insight from your so-called data, and sometimes the data can be very, very large, okay, and trust me, you don't want to start going over the data one after the other. So when you do this, it streamlines your data, and then it's able to give you a clearer picture that can enable you take a decision on your employees, or probably on your business, or even the product, a particular product in your shop. So this is just a short video as a reminder for the class, as I promised. So I will just probably edit it and send to us, so that we can also, with the data we have, try out this and then send back to me. Thank you for your time. If you have any question, feel free to chat me up personally on WhatsApp, or flash me. I'll give you a call.